Skara Brae, the village time forgot. A journey into Europe's oldest mystery. Open and dramatic, deep voice. Before the pyramids rose from the Egyptian desert. Before Stonehenge crowned the English plains. Before even the written word found its place in human history. There was Skara Brae, a tiny stone village, lost beneath sand and time. Perched at the edge of the world in Scotland's frozen north. Today, we journey not just through history, but through a mystery older than kings, older than war, older than memory itself. Part 1, where is Skara Brae, the setting. Skara Brae lies on the Orkney Islands, off the north coast of Scotland. A windswept archipelago, battered by the North Atlantic, where the sea meets the stone, and silence has its own voice. For centuries, the village was hidden, buried beneath dunes and layers of time. Until one night, in 1850, a violent storm struck Orkney. Waves slammed into the shore, wind tore at the earth, and when the skies cleared, the sands were gone. What emerged shocked the world. A perfectly preserved prehistoric village. Its stone homes intact, its passageways untouched, as if the people had vanished only yesterday. They called it Skara Brae. Part 2, a civilization older than the pharaohs. Carbon dating revealed the unimaginable truth. Skara Brae was over 5,000 saal old. It had been built around 3,000 BC, making it older than the pyramids of Giza, older than Stonehenge, older than recorded history. And yet, this village wasn't primitive. Each house had stone beds, shelving and dresses, a central hearth for cooking, a drainage system for waste, covered alleys to protect from the wind. This was not a settlement of cavemen. It was a planned, functional, intelligent society. Part 3, inside the stone homes, echoes of life. Walk through Skara Brae today, and it feels less like an ancient ruin, and more like someone still lives there. Every house follows the same design, as if built by an architect. The hearth is always at the center. Beds on either side, one larger, one smaller. Storage built into the walls. Grooves in the stone, possibly for curtains. Rounded walls for warmth and comfort. Even toilets, primitive yet private, were carved into the stone. It's as if these Neolithic people said, "We will build homes that last forever." And they did. Part 4, the mystery. Who were they? Where did they go? Here's what makes Skara Brae so fascinating. We don't know who lived here. We don't know what language they spoke. We don't know what they believed. We don't even know why they left. There are no bodies, no weapons, no written records. Just stone, cold, quiet, watching stone. Some theories suggest rising sea levels forced them out. A sudden storm swallowed the coast. Or they migrated inland, seeking better land. But the most chilling theory, they disappeared suddenly, leaving plates on the shelves. Fires half burnt, doors still open, as if they had been taken. Part 5, the legends, magic, spirits, and fairy folk. In Orkney folklore, there are whispers. The old people say Skara Brae was a fairy village, home to the trolls, small magical beings who lived underground. They say the storm didn't reveal the village. It disturbed something that wanted to be left alone. Some locals still refuse to visit Skara Brae after dark. They say the wind sounds different there. They say you can hear voices if you listen too long. Are they just stories, or is there something ancient, still awake beneath the stone? Part 6, Skara Brae and human memory. What it teaches us. Skara Brae is not just a site. It's a time capsule. It tells us that humans have always valued home. That family, fire, food, and protection go back farther than kings and empire. That civilization began not in cities, but in small stone homes by the sea. It challenges what we think we know about our ancestors. It reminds us that prehistoric doesn't mean primitive. And most of all, it leaves us with questions that history cannot answer. Part 7, the unsolved silence. A village without voices. The people of Skara Brae left no books, no temples, no statues of gods, only homes, only hearts, only shadows. And in those shadows, we see ourselves. Trying to survive, trying to belong, trying to be remembered. Skara Brae is not just their story. It's our story too. Conclusion, the final word. So the next time someone says history begins with kings, tell them about Skara Brae. Tell them that before the throne, there was the hearth. Before empire, there was the village. And before time, there was home. A home by the sea, built in stone, waiting to be found again. Skara Brae, the village time forgot. But we never will.